Well, hello everybody, and today we're going to look at the Hrothgar, the latest beast race to be added with Shadowbringers to Final Fantasy XIV. Now, I must admit, as soon as these were announced, I really fell in love with them. My main has been fantasiaed into one, and I've played through the main Shadowbringers story quest as one, and I really liked them. So I've been meaning to do a bit of a video on these for a while, so let's dive into the character creator and take a look at them. So the Hrothgar are giant cat-like beasts, and the bio reads, hailing from the distant shores of Ilsabard, the Hrothgar are burly people of lion-like appearance, or the males are at least. Females number staggeringly few amongst their population, and thus are rarely so much as glimpsed by other races. And that's obviously a little bit of a caveat to say these are male only. And it goes on to say the Hrothgar imposing countenance mitigated not at all by their sharp claws and their still sharper fangs incited panic amongst the Eorzean upon their arrival, as they were also unable to communicate. The initial interactions with the common folk often escalated into conflict. It was not until the Hrothgar gained mastery of the common tongue that fears were allayed, and in time they would be as neighbours, welcome in all corners of the realm. So these guys hail from a northern reach of Eorzea, possibly north of even Garlemald, the Empire, and they've recently come into the story, bringing with them the Gunbreaker job as part of the lore, although the lore is not always the strongest part of Final Fantasy XIV. So let's go and have a look at it. So you can select the Hrothgar, also known as Ronso, on the setting of Shadowbringers, and like most races, you've got two tribes. You've got the Helians, who are described as Helians, have traditionally been content to reside in southern Ilsabard with their respective tribes, devout servants to their queen, one and all, and thus have they only but recently begun to make their presence felt throughout the remainder of the three continents. Though these Hrothgar initially had no words to describe themselves, scholars came to call them Helians, or Helions, I suppose, after observing how their lives all but revolved around their queen's needs, as planets circle the sun. You also have the Lost, whose description reads, unlike their Helian brethren, the Lost are unbound by the whims of any reigning monarch, having long since found themselves bereft of the warm radiance of their queen. Most find that a nomadic lifestyle best suits their situation, and are known to ply a variety of trades that align with their propensity to travel, seasonal labourer, mercenary and peddler among them. So basically they're kind of the they're the free folk. These are the kind of civilized royal base ones. They're the kind of nomadic, kind of more free and easy going guys. So that's the choices, and let's say I'm a Helian myself because I like the brown colour, but you've got the paler colour, and they're more akin to the Ronso from Final Fantasy X, which these are very loosely based on, and the default model there is very like Kimari, who is the Ronso character you have in Final Fantasy X. So let's have a quick look. It doesn't really matter what you pick; it is the colour. So these guys go pretty tall, not quite as tall as Regaden, but they do feel a little bit wider. Or at least broader shouldered. I don't know if that's actually the case. It might just be because they've got slightly more cinched waists, which accentuates the shoulder. But I always like to go tall. In terms of skin colour, you can go kind of like dark furs and stuff like that, greys. But you can also kind of go a bit crazy with it. And I managed to get my guy looking quite tiger-like, more like a brown tigery looking. But you can go black. You can kind of do anything really. Well, and if you go to the Lost, you get all whites and greys and paler colours. So now, what should we do? What should we do? Now, one thing that is a bit frustrating is that you can't really get that kind of tigery orange, which is a shame. So let's just do something like that for now. We're just going to go through it. So you can get kind of different fur pellets, and what can I do? Can I? Yeah, I can switch to the small clothes. You're looking a bit embarrassed, but never mind. You'll get over it, Mr. Ronso. So you get tiger stripes on the fur. You can get like oh, I don't want to do that. You can get cheetah, kind of leopard spots, cheetah spots. A different variation on spots. Like a kind of hoop stripe again, but probably like a little bit like a tiger, but not quite. I don't like it really. It's a bit too uniform for me. And then you can get this, which tribal, I suppose. You know, it looks all right. I like the tiger stripe though. I like the idea of a tiger. I think this face is very tiger-like. So we'll go through that. So you can also colour the fur. And this is a little bit lighter, so you can maybe make it a little bit more. You go crazy with it. But you can make him like a graying Ronso. I'm just going to end up making my character again at this rate. You know, you can mess around, so that's good enough. In terms of the tail, you've got different shapes. You've got like a thick uniformed one, a little a thicker stubby one, a thinner stubby one, and then like a, yeah, like it's more thin with a bush on the end, whereas that one, I quite like just the default, to be honest. But they're the different styles. Tail length, you can go really long, really short, and it just kind of clips through most armor, this in my experience, so it's not always probably the best idea to make it as long as possible. And this is probably one of the key bits. So you've got different faces, so generally what it happens to be, you've got 8 faces, but what it tends to be is that you've got 4 faces, each with 2 hairstyles. So you've got this kind of like lion looking one, with kind of a proper spiky Sonic, god damn it is Sonic, isn't it? A Sonic style mane, and kind of a bit of a, I feel like this face is a little bit dopey, a little bit kind of broad and kind of friendly. You've got one with a shorter haircut with some braids at the side. Not really a fan of that. Most of them have scars on them as well. You can see there's a scar across that side which you can remove. This one is the kind of default one, and it has that long kind of hair with the braid on the side. You can remove the braid, and again a scar down the side of the face there. What else you got? You got like a same face again, but with like kind of a braided ponytail and a little quiff. On top of that, you've got the Kamari looking one, which has got like a little knot top and tattoos on the face and a horn. And that's the classic Kamari one again, with another like knot top, hair pulled back braids, and the tattoo on the face. Now this one, I can't tell if it's really cool or whether it's just comedy. It's a curl style mustachioed Ronso, and he's got like kind of pulled back hair again, just combed back. That's kind of neutral. You've got this kind of like friggin' mohawk ponytail looking thing. Now, you know, I think what I'll do is I'll go with this one for this build. I use that one with my character. I think it's a little bit more neutral, a little bit more sensible. I think this shit's comedy. Like, it's ridiculous. The mustache is fucking bizarre, but magnificent as well. But I must admit, I've never seen anyone use this face. It tends to be generally this one, mostly the one I'm using, and the Kamari looking one. Probably between these two I see most out in the world, if I'm honest. You know what, fuck it, let's go with the coil mustachioed quiff guy. Now, one thing that I would say is that the thing that disappoints me with the Hrothgar is that hairstyles are tight to face. I don't think a lot of the hairstyles are great. I'm not a fan of a lot of the braiding and stuff like that. I quite like that loose hair. I would have loved that loose looking hair with that face and the horn, but it's just, it's the braids and stuff that spoil it for me, you know. So, but anyway, we'll go with that one for now. Oh, sorry, no, I wasn't going to do that. I'm going to go for the curl. We'll make a fantastic mustachioed looking guy. So you got jaws kind of ranging from wide, small, pointy. Let's give him a big jaw with like a spiky beard looking thing. Eye shape. Again, it's just altering the eyes. Let's give him them eyes. Iris eyes. Let's just go with big. Eye colour. So you can get pretty wild with the eye colour as you normally can. So this guy looks like a leopard, so I'm gonna give him like yellowy eyes. I think that looks good. Jesus, eyebrows. So what have you got? I'm just going to make him kind of monstrous. I'm giving him a big spiky chin, big spiky eyebrows. Nose. And again, it's so hard. Like, it makes such a little difference to me. I'll give him that one. Fang length. So, ooh. So you can see, no fang, short fang, long fangs. Let's go for long fangs. Okay, so this is the a facial features tab, so you can take away his ear curls. I want to keep them, they're cool. Take away his mustache. Now, why in the hell would you want to do that? Actually, to be honest, it's not a bad looking face under that if you get rid of the mustache. But I picked the mustache for the comedy value, so I'm going to keep it. You've got sideburn, whiskers, the chin spikes, which is their beard. And oh my god, I did not know that. So you can kind of take away the huge knot. So you can actually make them look like a lot more kind of youthful, a little bit plainer. That's not bad, that's better. But I want to make them comedy. For the purpose of this video, I want to make them look as ridiculous as possible. Tattoos. Right, so there are spikes. And there, what the hell's the difference there? Eye spikes. Fine, he's going to get eye spikes. Oh, really? Let's give him white ones to match his hair. Oh god, so you can give him tattoos and such. So these are kind of always the standard ones. They exist kind of across all characters, all races, all creeds and all the rest of it. I never really know what to do. Sometimes I like to put eyeshadow on. And also all my characters, not just in real life. So what can I do? Let's give him some mascara. Okay, now the voices. Ooh, that's an aggressive one. He's really embracing the. What's this one? Happy? Some of them are quite human. Oh god. Yeah, let's give him that one. And I suppose just to see, oh, I've given him small clothes again. Let's put them in light. So this is kind of what they look like in game. And they're wearing, that's their racial outfit. You know, all races have one. Oh, it's this one, Gridania Forest. You can just see how the lighting reacts to them. You know, so all in all, I think the Hrothgar, yeah, I think they're pretty interesting if I'm honest. I'm not going to save that. Yeah, fuck it. Let's give him... Yeah. Let's give him a moon goddess. Let's make him a gladiator, because he's a Hrothgar, he should be a fighter. I don't think we necessarily need to go that far, but that's kinda the Hrothgar, to be honest. That's just, you know, what they look like, a bit of background on them, and yeah, I think they're a really cool race. Oh, actually, before I go, so them select the paladin. That's what they look like in the paladin armor. They look better under maybe some of the marauder. I think they suit marauder armor pretty well. They look alright in Lancer armor, actually, for the most part. I've seen quite a few. You know, considering they're beast men, they don't look as bad as they possibly could have in a lot of armor. So that's a plus. But yeah, that's Hrothgar. That's kind of what they look like. I like them. I think there's a few shortcomings with the matching of the hair and the face. Not enough variety. Too much coupling of the two. But otherwise, I'm really enjoying playing one. I think they look really cool. They look particularly good as the tanks and the melee fighters. The big, bulky frontline fighters. They kind of look a little bit comical as the casters and the backline fighters. But no, they're a nice addition, and I'm glad they're introducing beast races even into the game, rather than kind of giving us more anime-inspired, you know, animal races like the Aura and the Makito. So yeah, that is the Hrothgar. Let me know what you think of them. I'm really enjoying them. I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments. Until next time though, thanks for watching.